Hello there, and welcome back to Science 2.0, the show about all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories and the like. Today's conspiracy theory is on, of course, the backmasking of the record industry. Now, as it happens, you might think when you listen to a rock album, oh, it's just music and they're just singing. But actually, it's a plot by the subversives of the left to persuade our youth over to the side of the dark Prince of Hell. Because they had these secret messages in the back. They're backward, so they're disguised. It's a pretty creepy urban legend because you're listening to satanic subliminal messages and you don't even know it. This was documented by the famous mustached brothers, the Smothers Brothers, back in 1986 when they listened to Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven and noticed that if you played it backwards, it says, "My Sweet Satan." And also, if you play "O Father, O Satan, O Son" by Behemoth backwards, you hear "Stairway to Heaven." And if you play Led Zeppelin backward, you hear "Kiss," and if you play Kiss backward, you hear Alice Cooper. And if you play Alice Cooper backward, you hear Led Zeppelin, who's actually Kiss. But everyone said, oh, Led Zeppelin's just writing a song about heaven, but they actually disguised it with "My Sweet Satan" playing in backwards in the music. Because all the record artists know exactly what their audio will sound like backwards, and also all the artists know that by putting messages that you can only hear backwards, your mind, even though it doesn't register it consciously, your subconscious mind recognizes those words because it's evil subliminal advertising for Satan, and they're trying to dissuade you from the light of the religion. And it's pretty dismal and horrifying, really. Because there's too much subliminal messaging. Also, did you know that on the front of the Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band, one of the guys in the background is named Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley was a devout Satanist. He's in the background along with the only other 20 British celebrities, a comedian, Doctor Who, and the Queen. And so you know that the Beatles chose Aleister Crowley because the Beatles are not crass-loving, happy wood folk as they appear. They're actually hiding messages in their evil songs to deceive you because they're deceitful British fellas. Also, have you heard some of the names of these songs? There's like there's Stairway to Heaven, Highway to Hell, and Sympathy for the Devil, and Hell's Bells, and Satan number 9, and Rockin' and Rollin' in Hades, and you just can't take that. So in the 80s, Tipper Gore, the wife of Al Gore, who I don't like, but I do praise Tipper Gore, his wife, for cracking down on this Satanism. She says, you better stop it, because the youth is getting twisted Satan messages. So we have to put the parental advisory sticker on there. And the Twisted Sister guy and John Denver and Frank Zappa, they were all like, we're gonna keep putting Satan messages in backwards in our songs. But then it was decided, nope, you need the explicit lyrics sticker. Because if some Christian fundamentalist group from Oklahoma thinks that they're hearing a secret satanic message backwards in the lyrics, you better warn people about that. So ever since then, of course, everyone has been wide open to the idea that there is subliminal messages in the music business, and you can hear it for yourself. Some say that if you play I'm Blue by Eiffel 65 backwards, you can hear Hide the Body, Eat the Body. That was a creepy pasta, but it's true. I listened to I'm Blue backwards by Eiffel 65, and it actually does say hide the body, eat the body. And I know that because that's what my brain hears, and I'm always right, and what I hear has to be what it says. And you know, Led Zeppelin did intentionally hide my sweet Satan in their stupid song Stairway to Heaven. They don't want the Stairway to Heaven, they want the Highway to Hell, much like AC/DC. AC/DC is a similar group, and their song is called Highway to Hell, and in it, a small petite Australian man in shorts says that he enjoys the hellish life, and he says, "Hey mama, look at me, I'm on my way to the promised land." But if you play that backwards, you'll actually hear Jesus' Sermon from the Mount. It's kind of tricky, this backmasking, actually. But did you know that it's not true that when you play stuff backward, it's actually just gobbledygook? It's actually not, because the bands actually intentionally hide this stuff. Led Zeppelin knew that it would say "My Sweet Satan" backward, and they knew that everyone who bought the record would play it backwards just so they could hear the flip side, the evil demon Satan version, where he says "My Sweet Satan." It's pretty scary. And also, I praise Tipper Gore for having the courage to say, too much Satanism in the music industry and too many fake messages. But I don't praise her husband, Al Gore. For Al Gore, because Al Gore believes in climate change, which isn't real. But anyway, so that's the story of how a lot of rock groups hide freaky bad messages in their bad songs, and why Don't listen to them. And also, fun fact time, there was a documentary about the evils of rock music, the evil songs, the evil tunes. It's called Rock, It's Your Decision, and I suggest you watch that for more family-friendly Christian viewing about the evils of the rock and rollers. And how their jive don't swing with me, man. They're too. These cats are out of whack. They need to be brought down and pray before Jesus, and Jesus will say, you don't get to hide Satan messages in your songs. Get away with it. Anywho, this has been Science 2.0. Thanks for watching. Watch my other videos and tell everyone about these videos. They're great. Bye.